Public Law 90-602 is not a gray area, it is black and white law. Public Law 90-602, also known as the Radiation Control for Health and Safety Act of 1968, explicitly mandates ongoing research and safety standards for radiation-emitting devices. There is no wiggle room in this. The FDA is legally obligated to regulate RF radiation under this law. Public Law 90-602, what the law actually says. Mandates continuous evaluation of radiation hazards. The law requires that scientific evidence is constantly reviewed and updated to protect public health. Requires safety standards to be maintained and improved. It's not just about researching hazards, it mandates regulatory action based on findings. Forbids ignoring new scientific evidence. Agencies must incorporate new findings into updated safety guidelines. This means the FDA and FCC were required to evaluate RF radiation risks continuously. By failing to update safety guidelines despite overwhelming scientific evidence, they are in direct violation of the law. By shutting down the NTP's wireless research, the government is actively obstructing legally mandated research. What the FDA and other agencies have done instead is quite concerning. They ignored Public Law 9602 and abandoned research on RF hazards. Instead, they allowed the FCC to set safety guidelines based on industry-engineered limits. They also failed to enforce updated regulations even after NTP findings showed clear evidence of RF carcinogenicity. Moreover, they did not intervene when Section 704 of the 1996 Telecommunications Act effectively silenced communities. This isn't neglect, it's a violation of federal law. The FDA cannot simply choose to ignore a congressional mandate. The shutdown of NTP's research is a direct obstruction of the legal requirement to investigate radiation risks. By not enforcing Public Law 9602, the government is willfully allowing Americans to be exposed to unregulated, outdated RF radiation limits. This is not just regulatory failure, it is outright law-breaking. Holding them accountable is crucial. Congress must enforce Public Law 9602 and demand explanations for why mandated research has been halted. The FDA must be legally challenged for failing to uphold the law. The NTP wireless research program must be reinstated immediately. This is not optional. It's legally required. The FCC's 1996 guidelines must be replaced with medical scientific safety standards, as required by law. Here's a final thought. Reject the idea that this is a gray area. It is a clear-cut case of government agencies failing to follow federal law. Instead of protecting public health, they are ignoring their legal responsibilities and protecting industry profits. This is a critical legal argument that needs to be widely understood. Public Law 9602 is a mandate, not a suggestion. Agencies cannot legally ignore it.